Welcome back. It is a Hawkeye State, Iowa 20, Iowa State 13. The Hawkeyes deny the Cyclones a home win again. Iowa State has lost their last 6 home Cy-Hawk games. Welcome back, everybody. Jeff Dubroff and Shannon Earhart and myself were at the game all day. They spoke with the players afterwards. We're going to have that in just a moment. But first, let's jump right back into the action between two head coaches, Kirk Ferentz and Matt Campbell of Iowa State. Cyclones' last Cy-Hawk home win was 2011. They won it last year in Iowa City. Iowa State got a nice drive to start the game in front of a beautiful day, beautiful crowd. 6-minute, 57-yard drive. But when they got close, they just could not convert. Deshaun Lee breaks up that Rocco Beck pass, so they have to settle for a field goal. At least they thought they were getting a field goal, but Chase Contreras' short field goal was blocked by Logan Lee. Hawkeyes steal back some of that momentum early, and they rode that. They found a spark in the young runner, Jazz Patterson. 59 yards, almost made an early house call. Bounces out. They get a 28-yard Drew Stevens field goal. They're on the board up 3-0. Second quarter, they get the ball again, drive it down, and it's Patterson. The touchdown makes it 10-0 Hawkeyes. Iowa State fails to answer. In fact, not only are they unable to move the ball, but this is the worst thing that could have happened. Rocco Beck drops back and throws it, and Sebastian Castro reads it like a book. He's got some running to do. 30 yards the other way for a pick six. 17-0 Hawkeyes. The crowd's like, what? Iowa State moved the ball late in the second quarter. Back to Jaden Higgins. We'll have a lot more on him in a moment. But again, the drive stalled after that. They get a field goal from Chase Contreras. So we are at a 17-3 score at the half. Let's go to the second half now. There's the trophy out there for the taking. Iowa State's offense punted its first 2 drives of the half. Then it got a field goal, so they're still down 20-6. Finally, they start moving it. Back to Higgins, a big gain. This was a 7-minute drive. They go 14 plays, 80 yards, and they finally reach the end zone. Higgins, again, a 16-yard touchdown, and they're back. It's 20-13, but there's less than 3 minutes in the game. So they don't do the onside. They kick it off. They opt to try to get a stop on defense, and they do. Iowa State is 5 of 14 on third down, or holding them to 5 of 14 on third down. They held Iowa to 112 rushing yards. So they got to make the stop. They come up big right here, taking down Caleb Johnson. So they get the ball back near midfield. It comes down to a 4th and 1. They're on their own 40. Last chance, they give it to Cartavius Norton, trying to get 1 yard. Can they flex? That Iowa defense, Ethan Hurkett and Castro come in there, stuff Norton at the end, and that's all she wrote. They get the ball back, kneel it out. Iowa wins it 20-13. 7th of the last 8 Cy-Hawks go to Iowa. It felt like their ball game all afternoon long. That's the trophy. They earned it. Shannon and Jeff are standing by live. You know, we were there all day. Kind of a frustrating game to watch with all the punting, but the Hawkeyes did win it their way. Shannon.
Scott, I mean, we all know that the Iowa defense is bend, don't break, and in the end, they ended up pulling it out, as you just saw for the Hawkeyes. They had a lethal pass rush today, something that they really are pretty consistent with. They allowed 87 yards on 31 carries in under 3 yards a carry. Pretty standard for that Iowa defense. The longest run that the Iowa State Cyclones got off, just 11 yards. Iowa secondary kept everything right in front of them. Iowa State, they found success with the short ball, but they couldn't get anything further than 16 yards. Cooper DeJean, Deshaun Lee, Sebastian Castro, Jay Higgins, some standout players. They were airtight all day long, and better than that, when Iowa needed them most, Castro came in clutch with that pick six to make it 16-0 and kept Iowa right out of the red zone. The secondary pestered the Cyclones offense with 7 pass breakups and 77 tackles. And all the way that the game ended couldn't have been more classic. Phil Parker's Mean D held the Cyclones on 4th down and sucked the soul out of Jack Trice.
You know, for them scoring points is like, you know, I'm just like, I guess it's like normal around here, but I'm just like not used to a defense like scoring points. Like that's like, and for them that's normal, and I think that's awesome. I mean, for them to have our back like that. It's huge for, when maybe when we're not scoring at times.
I couldn't ask for a better ending, a better moment. For the defense to have the game, like for us to be on the field in that moment, you couldn't ask for a better story. That's what we want. We want to be in that situation. We want to take them down. We want to do the finish the job. And the fact that we did that, it was a great feeling to do with these guys.
We just got to try and do our job no matter what's happening in the game. And that's what we did on that last possession. Guys just their will to win.
I don't know what it is. Iowa State. Oh, there's the van. Perfect timing. Yeah, the van doesn't like that Iowa State lost and Iowa won. Anyways, Let's look at some stats here. Iowa State, 235 yards. Sorry, Iowa had 235 total yards. Meanwhile, Iowa State had 290. Jeff, you want to talk about Iowa State?
Yeah, I mean, you said it. I mean, that was
Thrown
the key thing, right? You look at it. If you looked at the box score, you'd think Iowa State won the game. They outgained them in every facet. They didn't. The reason being, if you can win the turnover margin, you're going to win the game. And Shannon talked about it. Sebastian Castro, the biggest play of the afternoon. And when you look back at this game, 20-13, right? A 7-point win. Simple math. That Sebastian Castro pick six is going to loom large. Tied at 13 at the end of the fourth quarter. If that doesn't happen, it's a whole different ball game. Of course, hypothetically speaking, it was the one turnover on the afternoon for the Cyclones, the one interception, of course, thrown by Rocco Beck, and it's the one that Rocco Beck says, put it on my shoulders. Matt Campbell, as we mentioned earlier, always positive, had nothing but positive things to say about his quarterback after today's game.
I thought I played it all right. It definitely could be better. A lot of throws out there that I missed. Just accuracy-wise and, reads. But that one, I'm going to take this game on me, take away that pick six. We're going into overtime. So I felt like I did pretty well. Obviously, there's still a couple of throws that I'd want back, that one especially. But, I'm going to move on, and this team's going to move on, and we're going to be better.
I thought Rocco really came into his own at times in the football game. I was really proud of him. Pick sixes are going to happen. To me, his response was, we go down, we get the field goal to put it back to a two-score football game to start the second half. I thought that was huge, and I think it showed a lot about who he is and his moxie, and I think a lot he will learn from this football game and have the ability to hopefully move himself forward. So we're excited certainly about what he did to give us a chance to win the game today.